Today, I will be showing you 17 things you can build with the new blocks added in the 1.17 update. If you like what you see, subscribe. If you like this video, if you like what you see in this video, like it. If you want to subscribe, if you want to see more, subscribe. If you have something that you'd like to let me know, say it in the comments down below. And remember to beware of dragons. Also, I will be doing this entire video with the default textures for Minecraft, so that you can see how it will look in your Minecraft world. Here are 17 interesting building tips and tricks that you can make in Minecraft. Let's begin.
Let's go!
Hey guys, Blaze here, and today I'm going to be showing you 17 1.17 build hacks. Now, this took me like a week to make, so let's get right into it. Let me just hop into survival mode here so that I can more easily go through some of this stuff. Here, we have number 1. Somewhat complex, survival friendly, and a bit end game, because you do need an end rod. So, I've built this little thingy here just to give a nice example of it. If you place trapdoors after stairs, it makes a nice kind of curvature shape, a more circular design to your build. And this is my attempt at making it look all old and ruined. So, the sword does have some sparkly effects, but you can just say it's a magical sword. So, I've just tried to make it look like some kind of magic sword, and it looks much better like this than if you were to just plop it into your world out of nowhere. I have an anvil right here to be like the thingy that, this, like the sword and the stone type thing. I've got an anvil here, and you don't have to do this, but I think using armor stands and smooth stone slabs, or as most people who've played the game for a while say, stone slabs, because this used to be what stone slabs looked like. Still don't have stone walls, though. Mojang, we need stone walls. It would make building so much easier. But, so, I'm not a genius with armor stands. So, I couldn't get this one pixel to act the way I wanted it to. This one's just like 1 pixel off in both directions. And if you break the block above it, it should still function as a lightning rod. I can't really show an example of that, though, because I can't force lightning to happen without it not redirecting into the lightning rod. Without it, it won't redirect into the lightning rod if I summon it, so that's not going to work. Here we have number 2. Also simple and survival friendly, but this one is mid-game. Now, this is just a fun way to decorate your TNT. I've got a nice kind of curving roof right here, and I've got the TNT, and it's decorated by these candles. And so for this one, if you want it to work, you can't place just one candle on its own. I'll show you. It just doesn't fit as well as doing that. It just doesn't look as nice. And I love using this design right here where you've got the carpet and so you have your wool and then you place carpet of the same color over top of it, and it gives it a kind of worn look. You know, it looks like people have walked on it. It doesn't look like it's brand new out of nowhere. And also I've mixed in the different variations of stone to kind of give it a really old castle-y look. And the spruce door is my favorite door. Now over here, we have number 3. Simple, survival-friendly, also endgame, but much less complicated than this pretty nice-looking one over here. So for this one, I've built a medieval armory, and I've used chiseled stone bricks because it looks like there's a little slot carved into the bricks to put the swords into when they're not in use. Now, I particularly think that these 4 are the best choices for if you're going to be using this to make a sword, but, I mean, you can pick whatever you want. Your choice. I still think those look the best, though. Number 4, simple, survival-friendly, and this time, it's mid-game. This is a more modern design. As you can see here, I've made a nice little couch, chair, thing, with trapdoors and snow. I use this design pretty often as well. We've got a nice little bookshelf here, with the iron trapdoors and potted plant and all that. And so, if you use a slab roof, it makes the build just that half a block taller, and it gives you more room for lighting details like that I just like throwing in there. Plus, you've got barrels, and they have stuff in them. So you can sit here beside your fireplace and beside your bookshelf and watch Kung Fu Panda with, well, I'm not sure what this is. That's just what it looks like to me. With her lights that turn invisible every now and then. And it's just, you know. Okay, number 5. Simple, survival-friendly, and endgame. You can make tall candles using this. Just end rod, candle. Tall candle. Of course, it has to be a similar color to the end rod for it to work. And, fun fact, the hitbox of the cake changes when you place the candle on top of it. That's probably going to be useful for farming. I used armor stands to put food on the plates. And this is a chair design. I made it myself. I haven't seen it anywhere else. Like, this is my chair design. I made this. Yeah, I made this. I think I did a pretty decent job. And I guess there is no number 6. My bad. Sorry, there is no number 6. Number 7. Simple, survival-friendly, mid-game. So, I've slightly upgraded design number 3, or design number 2, yeah, design number 3, by adding a nicer guard, and it's stabbing through a skull, and this is supposed to be some kind of evil wizardy thing. You know, they've got the magic crystal, a trademark of any wizard. They've got mysterious fungus from another dimension. They've got their cursed flower. They've got their crystals that they shoved into the wall instead of adding more bookshelves for some reason. And this is all to showcase this nice candle design here. So I've placed some lightning rods, and then I popped some candles on top. It's just a very nice, spooky candle design. I could probably have used an armor stand to place the end rod, and then it would have looked like a dagger instead of a sword. Oh well. Here is number 8. Oh, I thought I was going back and forth. That was strange. Now, I don't have a lot of experience building in this style, so this won't look perfect. But I think you might get the general idea. So, I've tried recreating the shape that those old-timey water towers have, and simple survival-friendly mid-game. You can make your lightning rods into kind of pipes. And, it does kind of look like, where the cartoon characters fall into the pipes, and then they're going through the pipes. Timmy fell down the well, except he didn't fall down the well. He fell up and landed in the water tower or something. I don't know. And I'm not sure why, but I just like having the cut copper tiles just make a really nice roof. I'm not sure why. I think that's because they're kind of designed to look like a roof. Number 9, somewhat complex, survival-friendly, and mid-game. So here we've got City Street. It's kind of an old city street. Not a brand new street. It's kind of an old street. We've got this is my spin on the classic street lamp design everyone uses. Everyone uses it because it's really good. I'm not sure why, but the stone slabs just make a really nice sidewalk block. And then I have the faded yellow lines, and I've just mixed the tough block with the cobblestone block, and it really does look like an older street. Over here, we have somewhat complex because you do need to understand randomized block placing, survival friendly, and mid-game. And I'm going to be careful not to step in this, because Pesky Bird here, because Pesky Bird here had a bit of an accident. Thank you, Pesky Bird. Over here, got number 11. Simple, survival friendly, and mid-game. Now this is a very big build, and so that's just a nice little design you can have for your roofs, where it kind of goes down every now and then by a slab, and it's 2 blocks higher than it should be. That's nice. Got nice big dormer, window, whatever you want to call it. Got some flower beds here, using my favorite trapdoor of all time. And I have the tinted windows with the black concrete, because otherwise you'd be able to see into the non-existent interior. Now, if you get over the fact that it does look a little bit like bird poop, it looks like some kind of plaster type thing. So you could use it in old-timey build like this, or a new-timey build, I'm not sure. And this is just a little trick that you can do with placing rails to make a very fancy looking table. And I have a just red and white, whatchamacallit, I can't think of, umbrella. Wow, that took me forever to come up with. This is just to add a little bit of extra detail. It looks just a little bit more detailed with the panels. And here, slightly modified version of my original chair design. Plus, the reason that this is my favorite chair design, you can sit in it. That's my favorite thing about it. You can sit in it. That's what I like about it. It looks nice and you can sit in it. Therefore, it's a good chair. And we've got that, I'm not sure what you call it. I've seen it on a couple of houses where it's like a mini chimney. It's some kind of vent. Like, this is a very Minecrafty interpretation of it. It's actually a lot shorter, and it kind of spins around, spits out a bit of smoke every now and then when the heat's on. I can't remember what it's called. And this is, as you can see, the chimney puts out a lot of smoke fast, whereas this, not too often. See? So it really depends on what you prefer to have. This is a block palette that I like to use, and it turned out much better than the previous attempt at building a house in this style. Got the lanterns hanging here and there. I like that. I think it's a pretty nice design. Over here, using the brown candles and the seagrass, you can make some little, just some cute little cattails that you can stand on, and you could, map makers, you could use this as some kind of parkour trick if you want. If you want to make a parkour map, you could do that. Puzzle map or a parkour map or both. You have to find where the parkour is and then do it. I don't know. That's an interesting idea. This is number 14. What was that one? 12. Oh, I skipped this one. 13. Simple, survival friendly, and mid-game. By mixing the sea pickles and the candles on top of pumpkins, you can make a nice little pumpkin patch. I think that's pretty nice. Of course, I still, for some reason, think it does look kind of better just without the stem, or with the candle stem, I'm not sure why. And 14, simple, survival-friendly, and mid-game. So we've got some milkshake makers here, a fridge, and this is supposed to be a kind of ice cream parlor. Over here, this is a light design that I like to use. You've got the slab roof, trapdoor, and then you have the sea lantern or the glowstone behind it. This is just a cabinet design. These are recipe books for ice cream. And with the new invisible item frames and the beehives, you can make a very nice looking kind of drawer. So this is all to showcase how you can use the powder snow cauldrons to make an ice cream parlor type thing. Now, it only serves vanilla ice cream, but I mean, it's vanilla Minecraft. What were you expecting? It's vanilla Java edition, so obviously you're gonna get vanilla ice cream and Java, except we don't have Java yet. That was a bad pun. I apologize for the terrible puns. I like using the waxed cut copper tiles. I like it. I like the copper tiles. I think it's nice design. And I've used tinted glass just there because I'm not sure. I thought it would be nice to kind of reduce the light output on the roof. Number 15. This is somewhat complex and not survival friendly. Now, this is one of my first times building in this style of house. Now, it is my first time. This was pretty much freestyled. I think it turned out nice. So, I've got the lightning rod. I'm gonna have to hop into creative to show you it all. But, so, I had the chimney there, and it felt like there was kind of an imbalance in the build. It felt like it was all on one side. So I added the lightning rod. That didn't really fix it. So, I put an even taller chimney behind it, and because of the positioning of it, it balanced the whole thing out. Now, here, you can use those trapdoors as a kind of vertical slab, except really thin to hide stuff, like some kind of panel. It just gives it that little extra bit that looks really nice. And if you cover your campfires up with trapdoors, now it does slightly slow the amount of smoke that comes out, but it stops all the particles from getting out, and it looks much, much nicer, because you don't get the flame particles spewing everywhere. I added the lightning rod, and I put the end rod under it to make it a taller lightning rod, because lightning looks for the tallest point, that is metal and is grounded, or is water. That's what it prioritizes. And this design can only really be done in creative because, well, you need commands, and you need a debug stick to make it so that this sinks down here to be more at the bottom of the block instead of the top, while still without having a wall placed there. Now you could do this in survival by having a wall there and a block here, but it really wouldn't look as nice. And it isn't super effective, but if you're playing in creative, you probably aren't looking for super effective lighting on the outside of your builds. And it just creates nice little lighting. So for this, what you want is stairs and slabs to create some small details. Dark oak frame, always have the logs on the y-axis. This calcite, and then where you need stairs and slabs, have just polished diorite stairs and slabs. Decorate it here and there, and you want to get this overhang. This build uses a lot of overhangs, and this is actually a historically accurate build as to houses built in a certain time period that I can't really remember. Oh, I feel like I missed... No, I didn't. And so, originally I had dark oak fences there, but it didn't seem to fit as nicely. So I took all that out, and then I placed some orange stained glass and put honeycomb behind it, which is also a style they used at that time. And I would have done this here, but, I mean, detailing is all about the way that you prefer to have it detailed. And I felt it was a bit too detailed. It was a bit over-detailed, having it like that. It just seemed a bit over-detailed to me. I'm not sure why. I just thought it looked better this way. But yeah, if you want a rounded shape, stairs with trapdoors makes a very round shape. And I believe I've covered everything of interest in this build. And this is a nice little design that I had here, to give it some more detail into the roof. I felt like I could have done more with the roof, but I didn't. This is a very symmetrical build, and it looks much less good from the back, because there isn't the two campfires and the lightning rod to balance it. I mean, the two chimneys and the lightning rod to balance it out. There's just the one chimney, so it feels very unbalanced. But there is this nice little design that I have back here. It kind of looks like an emerald, I guess. Sort of the old emerald texture. So here, number 16, simple, survival friendly, and early game. So I just spawned in a vanilla tree because, well, I don't have the plugins to make a fancy tree, and I'm not too good at making the fancy trees, as I mentioned in my previous building video. So I used armor stands here to make a nice 3D star with the nether stars, but it's really small so you can't see it. this is just to showcase how if you have candles and you light them, it's a very Minecrafty way of decorating a Christmas tree. One of the things isn't lit. But yeah. The tree's burning. Ah. Yeah, you gotta be careful if you're doing that in survival, because you could burn your tree. But here's a nice little Christmas tree. Might look better if I removed that bit and then had the star there instead, but I can't really do that. And over here, number 17, the final design. Although, I missed number 6, so I'll have to edit a final design in. Oh, and this isn't 17 minutes. That would have been so good. So this is supposed to be a little medieval blacksmith thing. So, well, the cauldron can now have lava in it. And it looks kind of like a blacksmith shop. Or just blacksmith thingy. I don't know what it's called. Can't remember what it's called. Cauldron. Can't remember what it's called. The puns are terrible today. So we've got the smithing table. And it's got... I used invisible item frames to get it looking like a sword is in the process of being made. And amethyst shard really does look like a sword blade, which really just helps out with this design. So, well, a lot of YouTubers, and just builders in general, when they build something that looks kind of like this, they'll use signs. But the thing is signs don't connect on the Bedrock Edition, which I discovered when I was building on the Bedrock Edition, because, you know, I play a bit of both. And anyways, this is better because it diffuses more light, although in Minecraft there isn't really light that can be diffused, and you don't really need to diffuse light because you can't get sunburnt. But if you use a shader pack, it does look much better. So here I've mixed tough of cobblestone and stone bricks to make a little chimney, as you can see here. And I have not covered it up because, I mean, these are blast furnaces. It's going to be pretty powerful. I've used the debug stick to make it so that the blast furnaces are always running, and I've just piled some barrels up on either side of it to make it look like it's more than just plain old, you know, just plain old the basic materials. It's like they got some stuff in the barrels that they're using too. I don't know, I just thought it was kind of nice. And so, well, this is supposed to look like it's like fresh out of the lava, not lava, molten metal, just made or something. And then this looks like it's almost cooled down, but not fully, and that's why you've got the water cauldron here. And then I just built a table here because, they're probably going to have a table somewhere. And like, this table is probably the size of their entire house, so they gotta have the table out here. So, it's just nice little design. Nice little designs here and there. So, that was 17, but actually 16 until I edit the last one in now. And after this clip, 1.17 building tips and tricks. So let's run through them. We've got the 3 new features that can be used to make a blacksmith shop. We got the candles can be used to make a Christmas tree. Calcite can be used to make plaster. Both of these show that. Amethyst crystal clusters can be used to make pretty nice little light design. And the lightning rod makes a very, very nice looking, well, lightning rod. It's really, it's really good at what it does, obviously. We've got powdered snow can be used to make an ice cream parlor. Candles and sea pickles look like pumpkin stems. Candles can be used to make cattails and parkour. Calcite can be used to make plaster. Also, as a side note, this makes a very modern chimney. Calcite looks a lot like pesky bird poop. Tuff and cobblestone go together to make a very nice old road design, and you can have sandstone for faded light, for the faded road line. It's hard to say. Okay. Lightning rods can be used to make copper pipes, and they can also look kind of cartoony as well, because Timmy fell up into the sky and then landed in the well or something. I don't know. You can make a story. I can't think of a story that makes sense. Lightning rods and candles can make a very spooky candle design. And end rods and candles can make a very tall candle design. Candles change the hitboxes of cakes when they're placed on them. And I designed a kind of nice looking chair design, I guess. Yes. Candles can be used to make very simple, but I guess sort of effective swords. Amethyst crystal clusters are really good for lighting. I showed that there and there in two different ways that it could be shown. Also, snow looks, and probably is, very comfy. No, it definitely is not, but it looks comfy. The sword in the stone is very cool and can be made using a lightning rod, an end rod, and three smooth stone slabs, and an anvil, and it looks very nice. Oh, and also 3 armor stands, and the Vanilla Tweaks plugin. Forgot that bit. Red candles, you do not want to light them. I would not suggest lighting red candles, because TNT. And give me a minute while I build, record, and edit in the actual number 17, because I forgot. How did I forget that? Let's find out. Well, yeah, I'll show you that one, and that will be the end of this video. Okay, so I am back, and I have built number 6, number 7, number 16, I don't know. So we've got, in case of emergency, you press button, emergency button. We've got some kind of large screen for monitoring, smaller screen, not sure why there's both, I don't know. And we've got this tube here. So what this is supposed to be is, well, the crystal could be either some kind of reactor, or it could be some kind of plasma. Maybe it's a stellar fusion reactor of some kind, I don't know. Some cool space-age sciencey stuff like that. Not sure what it could be. It could be any of those things, whichever you prefer it to be. And in case of emergency, press button. This is a pretty simple design. I didn't have much time to put a ton of detail into it, but you know, it's missing one thing. we go. That's all it needs. 12 bamboo and some books. That's all it needs. That's all it needs. 12 bamboo and some books. See? There we go. An automatic winner. Yeah, it's mid-game. It's pretty simple. And it's survival friendly. So, that concludes today's video. For real this time. And let me know what you think in the comments down below. And if you'd like to see more, like the video and subscribe. Helps out the channel a lot. And well, I just want to thank you for watching. Not a lot of people actually watch this far into the videos. So, to anyone who did watch this far into the videos, thank you. And if you'd like a shout out in the next video, just comment down below what your favorite one was. That's all you gotta do. That's literally all you have to do to get a shout out in the next video. So I will see you then, and I hope you have a good day. So, goodbye. Oh, goodbye. Oh, that was goodbye. Okay.